on in.
Yeah.
All right. The title says Chris and Rob live. So
Okay.
You got to be on here
That's
when
right.
we first start this thing off. Hey guys, we just got done. Actually, Rob just got done a couple of minutes ago. Okay, it's been very quiet in this rotunda all the way until this very moment, and now there's total chaos.
Now someone's taking a piece of rebar and
hitting up against a concrete wall.
Yeah, right.
But anyway, just a couple minutes ago, Rob got done testifying on behalf of Senate Bill 214, which is the suppressor bill by Senator Kyle Kaler.
Yeah.
And just give him like a 10-second overview of what the conversation was.
Yeah, I mean, basically, folks, we're talking about removing suppressors from the Ohio definition of dangerous ordnance. The big beautiful bill in Congress already is doing this. It passed the House in Congress, now it's in the Senate, and in fact, the Senate in Congress wants to go even further by removing short-barreled rifles and short-barreled shotguns from the National Firearms Act. So I think it's just a shame that Ohio is dragging behind. We're behind the 8 ball when it comes to this, and now we're dragging the conversation back to the right on this issue because we all know that suppressors make a firearm no more deadly, no more lethal, and yet they're already expensive enough. You got to get the tax stamp, the fingerprints, the picture, the extra paperwork. It's a nightmare. It should totally end, and Ohio in no way, shape, or form should criminalize the ownership of them. That's totally archaic, totally old. Technology's come a long way, but folks, the most important thing is it's our Second Amendment right, and there's no explanation for why suppressors should be in the same class as fully automatic weapons or artillery pieces under Ohio law. It's totally unacceptable.
Yeah.
That's why we're supporting this bill. But not only that, we want it to go a step further, just like the United States Senate is doing right now.
There we go. And that's really the whole point of pretty much anything political that passes at the Ohio Statehouse is momentum.
Yep.
You have to capitalize on political momentum when you get the opportunity to. And I've never seen this in my life where Congress is outperforming the state legislature.
Insane, right?
It's kind of crazy when we sit here and think about the fact that the Senate is considering throwing SBRs and SBSs into the deregulation side of the NFA. But that's what we want these people to do here at the Ohio Statehouse. And so that's why we support the bill, obviously. Everybody knows that we've had our differences with Kyle Kaler over the years, but this is a great bill that could be made even better to capitalize on that momentum that's being laid down right now by Washington, D.C., of all places. So, again, Gary, thank you for checking in the comment section where you guys are checking in from down there in Claremont County, home of former Representative John Becker. But thank you for doing that, and that's what we're trying to do right now is capitalize on the momentum that is available. Again, yesterday we had the bill introduction on SAPA, the Second Amendment Protection Act, with Tex Fisher. We just got done. One of the big things that we had a problem with last General Assembly is, number one, we had, of course, the gun control lobby, which is all of the law enforcement associations. They're sitting there saying that the bill does one thing that it absolutely didn't. But then we also had a problem with the other gun groups that were just kind of silent about the bill, even though they were, they tentatively support it. We're working on those things right now with NRA, BFA. We want everybody on board with this because no matter how good you and I feel right now about the way Washington, D.C. is going, and of course everybody's got misgivings, I have yet to find somebody I'm in total perfect agreement with, especially amongst the political class.
Yeah,
but
right.
This pendulum is going to swing back at some point. And when it does, we want the state of Ohio to be a bulwark against federal tyranny. What's his name? George Bush gave us Obama. Obama gave us Trump 1. Trump 1 gave us Joe Biden, although we could talk about those elections. And then Joe Biden gave us Donald Trump again. And you kind of look at the way things are going right now. You look at what happened last night in New York City, where they elected a freaking Muslim socialist to run the biggest city in the United States, also the financial center of this country.
Right.
I was in New York a little while ago. There's people laying all over in the streets. There's everybody as high as a kite. And now you're going to bring in this guy who who really has nothing in common with the American experiment, but now he's going to like be in charge of the world's ninth largest military, which is with NYPD.
Right. Yeah.
But this is what's happening. You know, there's this great big political geocultural shift going on in this country. The right side is getting more conservative, the left side is getting more insane, and we want Ohio's laws to codify common sense, maximum freedom for the Second Amendment, the ability to defend yourself against those people who clearly want to destroy this country by any way, shape, and form, in any way possible. They want political power, just like every tyrant of old wants political power, and they will run this country, this state, into the ground. Yep. If they're given the opportunity. So that's why we're here.
We got to get this momentum and harness it while we've got a chance. You know, we've got the majorities right now.
Yeah, we got the votes. Let's do it.
We got to do it now. You know.
Yeah.
We can't wait. We cannot wait.
Yeah. So thanks a lot, Gary, for being the one guy to check in the comment section. Let us know where you're checking in from. We appreciate that. The rest of you, please do that. That helps these videos get seen by a whole lot more people when the interaction with the videos gets going. So we really appreciate it. Give us a thumbs up if you like this video. Share it. Big things still happening. This is the last week of session before summer break. And that means we have all summer to work on starting to build support for SAPA and also the Ohio Freedom to Carry Act by the fabulous Representative Jennifer Gross, yes. Which is the full maximal constitutional carry. If you legally own or lawfully own a weapon, you can carry it, transport it, drive with it, stick it in the back window of your truck, just like they used to do back in the 1950s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and early 90s.
Yeah, it's like, keep and bear arms. You know, that's what we're talking about. Yeah, let's just go back to keep and bear arms. Whatever arms you have, you should be able to bear.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So that bill does exactly what we're urging the Senate here today to do, which is to go further than just suppressors and also include SBRs, SBSs, and any lawfully owned weapon that you have.
Right.
We deserve it, again, to state the obvious, the Second Amendment. And thank you. Checking in from Chillicothe down there. Appreciate that.
Two from Elyria.
Elyria, man, two of them.
Tim and David, thanks for checking in.
You guys should be buddies if you're not already.
Right.
We need to be friends with each other. So that bill goes further and does exactly what we want it to do. And again, to state the obvious, because a lot of these politicians around here know this, the Second Amendment is a restriction on them, not on you and me. And that's all we're here for, is to demand that we get these rights recodified in law, these rights that were given to us by our Creator, Almighty God. So that's what we're doing, pounding the pavement. We love to do it. We're very proud to do it for you guys. This concludes our video, I think, for today. So thanks a lot, guys. Please share this video. Tag your buddies in the comment section. Tell them to go to joinogo.com and sign up and become a member of Ohio Gun Owners. Folks, we need people to join and become members of Ohio Gun Owners. It gives us the tools, the resources, the financial capacity and ability to go after these legislators and put pressure on them and make them to do the right thing or expose them in the election season. So go to joinogo.com, sign up and become a member. Go to donate to OGO.com if you're already a member. We'd love to have some chip-ins and help out with this. I see my buddy Wendell Thomas is checking in right now. Oh, is that his bride too? Looks like it.
Oh yeah.
We got the Thomas family checking in. Wendell, I think I texted you this earlier this morning, but your state representative Roy Klopfenstein is now a co-sponsor on the Second Amendment Protection Act. Boom.
That's fantastic.
It's a big thing, and big shout out to Wendell Thomas and his whole family and his whole cadre of friends down there. What do they call them? Deplorables. Maybe, is that the right term?
I think
Deplorables?
So. Yeah, it's a good term.
Your band of merry brethren, Roy Klopfenstein, was a no vote on SAPA back in December, and now thanks to the good work of our grassroots supporters like Wendell Thomas, he is now a co-sponsor, proud co-sponsor on the Second Amendment Protection Act, and that's all because of grassroots activism. That's what OGO is all about. So thank you so much for all you've done. Thank you, Wendell, for your efforts. Yeah. And guys, go to joinogo.com. That Wendell has put a link in the comment section to sign up and become a member today.
Yep.
Also, last but not least, watch your email boxes.
Big one tonight.
We got a big email coming out tonight, so you guys are going to love it. Take care.